Join us here today at the Riddings Fishery complex in Tamworth near Birmingham. I've come today on the crucian pull. I'm fishing on peg 15 and I thought I'd run you through a simple pleasure fish session of one of my favourite methods to fish during the summertime, and that's shallow fishing for some silvers. It's a really fun method to shallow fish for silvers, because sometimes when the carp and the F1 back off the feed, it doesn't take long to build up a big weight of fish. I've been catching these fish about 8 metres out today, just using a 0.2 Grendon inline crystal dipper, which is fantastic because I can see the bite, such a big tip. I can see all these quick indications from a distance. I've got 0.15 reflow power, straight down to 3 number 8s that I've positioned a couple inches under the float, 6-inch hook length of 0.15 to a size 16 GPM hook from Preston to a pellet band, in which I've just been using casters. And I started off about 12 inches and then the fish have come up in the water a little bit, so I'm now fishing about 8 inches deep, so it's been really good. I've got a bit of a long line between me pole tip and float, just to make sure I'm not spooking the fish, and then elastic. We've just got some of this Grendon 4-6 aqua bungee, which has been really good for catching these fish today. Bait for today then, I've just been using casters. Casters for me is the better bait to use at this venue. I've fished here a lot and I've had easy weights up to 40-50 pound on a pleasure fish session. So just a couple of pints of casters, that's all I've used today. Just flinging it 8 metres, chucking a few on the short metre line every now and then, make sure to get 2 options for lines, but yeah. We've also got a couple of maggots, a couple of pints of maggots, because you can never go wrong with maggots in case the fish stop feeding on them, so it's really good. So one tip that I've been doing today is I've actually been putting the casters in a pellet band, and the reason I've been doing that is because you're going to get so many fish in your swim that if I was to just stick it on a conventional hook, the caster would burst because of all the fish that are in the swim. Whereas me fishing it in a band, I can have 5 or 6 fish on that one caster, and it just speeds everything up. So if you're in a match or you're pleasure fishing and you want to get as many fish as you can, it will just speed up your fishing because you're not having to put a caster on every single time you get a bite. There we are, fish on. It's such an enjoyable method and it's great for starting out. I mean, I started out fishing for these type of fish and it just doesn't take long to bag up big weights of fish. Every time you get a fish, and just feed it for a caster over the spot where you're fishing, and then get back out on the spot. There we are, another one on again. Having a fish nearly every truck now. And a few of them have been bigger size silvers. You know, we have been catching a couple of little ones, but the majority of them have been, I've had to net them sort of silver fish, which is always good, because it doesn't take many of them for big weights. there you have it. These are the net of fish that we've caught today. We've been fishing for about 3.5 hours, just shallow, with a pint of casters, and there you go, a large net of fish there. It just goes to show how easy it is. We started off fishing long on the shallow line. After about 2 hours, the fish started to get a little bit hard, so then I went onto the bottom, caught a couple of fish on the bottom, but then they started coming back up to the top, so went back shallow. But yeah, it's a lovely net of fish there for a couple of hours fishing, and only on a pint of casters, so really good. Right, let's get these fish back.